So I think the biggest successes that the Royal Foundation has had to date is all based around changing mindsets, whether it's the perception of wounded, injured and sick servicemen and women across the globe.
The Invictus Games.
Invictus Games. Well,
Prince Harry embarrassed after Australia publicly rejects Meghan Markle. Before we get into this, hit that like button, subscribe, and share. What was supposed to be a triumphant return turned into something far more uncomfortable. Picture this: flashing cameras, royal nostalgia, crowds lining the streets. At least that's how it used to be. Back in 2018, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were the golden couple, welcomed in Australia like global superstars. Cheers echoed, flags waved, headlines glowed. Now fast forward to 2026. Same country, same couple, but this time, the applause has faded, replaced by raised eyebrows, tough questions, and a public mood that feels noticeably colder. So what changed? And why is Australia, once one of their biggest supporters, now pushing back? Let's unpack the story that's got everyone talking. From royal darlings to public doubt. Rewind to 2018, and it felt like Harry and Meghan could do no wrong. Their royal tour of Australia was nothing short of magical. Meghan, glowing and newly married into the royal family, captured hearts instantly. Harry, still the beloved prince with a rebellious charm. Together, they were seen as the monarchy's modern future. Crowds camped overnight just to catch a glimpse. Social media exploded with admiration. Even skeptics couldn't deny it was a moment. But here's the twist. That version of Harry and Meghan doesn't quite exist anymore. Since stepping back from royal duties, their journey has been complicated. New ventures, media deals, public interviews, and controversies have slowly reshaped how the world sees them. So when news broke about their 2026 return to Australia, expectations were sky high. Would this be a redemption arc? Or something else entirely? Unlike their 2018 royal tour, which was funded and organized under official structures, the 2026 trip is reportedly a privately funded venture. At first glance, that sounds simple enough. No taxpayer burden, right? Well, not quite. Investigative reports have started digging into the fine print, and what they're finding is raising serious questions. If this visit is private, then why are there still concerns about security costs, event funding, and corporate involvement? Australians are asking a very direct question. Who is actually paying for all of this? And more importantly, why does it feel like the public might still be footing part of the bill? That's where things begin to shift from curiosity to frustration. Money and transparency, two things that can make or break public opinion. Reports suggest that while the trip is branded as private, certain logistical elements may still involve public resources. Security alone is no small matter when it comes to high-profile figures like Harry and Meghan. Now imagine this. Rising living costs, economic pressure, everyday Australians tightening their budgets. And then headlines appear suggesting potential financial overlap between private events and public spending. It's not hard to see why people are reacting. Social media conversations have turned sharper. Comment sections are no longer filled with admiration. They're filled with scrutiny. People aren't just asking questions. They're demanding answers. But here's the real tension. Is this about money? Or is it about something deeper? Let's be honest. Public opinion isn't just shaped by facts. It's shaped by feelings. And right now, the feeling surrounding Harry and Meghan in Australia is mixed. Some still admire their independence and willingness to step away from royal constraints. Others see them as out of touch, especially when high-profile appearances come with luxury optics. Think about it. Private jets, exclusive events, high-profile partnerships, now placed it against the backdrop of everyday struggles. It creates a contrast that's hard to ignore. And that contrast, it's fueling the narrative that this visit isn't a heartfelt return, but a carefully managed brand moment. So the question becomes, are Harry and Meghan reconnecting with the public or repositioning themselves in it? Why is Meghan Markle at the center of the backlash? The answer isn't simple, but it is significant. Meghan has always been a polarizing figure in media narratives. To supporters, she represents strength, independence, and breaking tradition. To critics, she symbolizes disruption and controversy. During this 2026 visit, that divide has only become more visible. Certain appearances, speeches, and reported business ties have drawn attention, not always in a positive way. And in today's digital age, perception spreads fast. A single moment can be clipped, shared, debated, and reinterpreted within hours. So when critics in Australia began voicing concerns, it didn't stay local. It went global. And suddenly, the story wasn't just about a visit. It became about reputation. Prince Harry, once Australia's favorite royal, is now caught in the middle. On one hand, he's defending his choices, his family, and the life he's built outside the monarchy. On the other hand, he's facing a public that no longer sees him the same way. That shift? It's not easy. Imagine returning to a place where you were once celebrated, only to feel the energy has changed. It's not outright hostility, but it's no longer warmth either. And that subtle difference? It speaks volumes. So the question lingers, is this just a temporary reaction or a permanent shift in how Harry is viewed? This isn't a final chapter. It's a turning point. How Harry and Meghan respond to this backlash could shape their public image for years to come. Will they address the concerns directly? Will they adjust their approach? Or will they stay the course and let the noise fade? Whatever happens next, people will be watching closely. So now the spotlight shifts to you. What do you think? Is Australia being too harsh or simply asking fair questions? Is this backlash justified or overblown? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this conversation is far from over.